What is going on, everybody? You know it's Thursday. It's 6 p.m. My name is Paul Spencer. Right in the middle there is Dan Connor. And over there we got the guest. He didn't come in last place, so we got to bring him aboard again. This week, Dave Yarnell from the 215 Boys. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, Paul? What's going on?
How are you, sir?
Good. Well, first, Happy New Year, guys. This is a new year for us.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody. Absolutely.
You know, one thing hasn't changed. The guy in first place is still sitting in first place. That's not going to change. We know that, but
Nope,
you know,
that's not going to change. No,
that's not definitely going to change. But we got a little scenario we'll get into for next week's adventure because Dan, you know,
I didn't do too bad, but
you didn't do too bad this week. But yeah, you didn't do too bad this week. But we'll get into the games here, of course. So guys,
I actually hung in there.
you actually did, Dave. That's why we brought you back this week. You know, you didn't finish in last place. You were tied for last place. Being
Hey.
you know, that's saying that you and Dan tied basically. But let's get into last week's games here real quick, guys. Let's talk about this. Oh, let me change the screen there really quick. Let me pull that up there, guys. I'm sorry about that. Which one was it? Sorry about that, guys.
block them half the thing.
Yeah, I know. You know, Dan, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Discard changes. How about we use which one would you like to use, guys?
It doesn't matter.
Whatever works for you.
Let's change it here. Dan, you continue the show here. You talk about give me like a minute here and we'll change the screens for us. How's that?
Yeah, we're talking about Browns and Jets. Browns won. I was not really surprised, maybe by the score.
Right.
But the Jets' offense is so bad that was no surprise that Insane Macedonia says we got one too many NFC fans.
Give me a second here. You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, Dan, that Jets Browns game wasn't a bad Thursday night game that we thought it was going to be. It wasn't as bad as we thought.
It definitely wasn't. The Browns were up in the game. I think the Jets came back in the game, but they just don't have enough offense. And the Browns actually look pretty good versus a good defense.
It was funny because the Browns went down the field, they scored in the first drive, and then all of a sudden here come the Jets, and they scored on their first drive too, right to Brees Hall.
Yep.
And it was actually 7-7, and you're thinking, okay, maybe we got a game, and all of a sudden, Flacco went off.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. You could always squish us, the Cams, Paul.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a mistake on here. I actually pulled something up real quick. Go ahead.
Flacco had a pretty solid day. I mean, he hit it through three over like 300 yards. He threw 3 touchdowns, I think it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
The one thing I want to talk about is last week.
Games in front of me.
Yeah, I know. Dave, what was your lock of the week last week?
I believe I had 49ers.
49ers. Okay, you had the 49ers. Dan, you took the Eagles, correct?
Yeah, 49ers over the Commanders. That's what it was.
I have to look at the schedule.
All right.
No, I took San Francisco, I think.
San Francisco. Okay. Well, you know what? I just want to say really quick. There's a guy out there that I just want to pat his shoulder real quick because this guy, I don't know who he was last week. Everybody said Paul needs a drug tech. Insane says I'm on crack. Adam says I'm on crack. But there's Insane right there. Insane, you said I need a CT scan last week for this one here. My lock of the week. Somebody, I think it was me. Paul, was it you? Yes, it was me. Thank you very much, Paul. Great pick. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
He's patting himself on the back, Dan.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Dave, double pack because somebody said the Pittsburgh Steelers was going to be the lock of the week, and what happened? The Pittsburgh Steelers went to Quest Stadium, beat the Seattle Seahawks with Mason Rudolph. Didn't somebody say that, guys?
Every squirrel finds a nut sometime.
Dan, don't use my line. But you know what? Hey, a lock of the week. I couldn't believe it either. I took it for some reason. I felt it for some reason because Pittsburgh is okay, but
they get up like 14-0 in that game, like quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
A defensive touchdown or something.
Yeah, they were playing great. I mean, my thing is like they're going to play. Kenny Pickett. The reason why I took it, I didn't say anything last week, was Kenny Pickett was benched because he said he didn't want to play as a backup. So he wasn't active, so they brought in Mason Rudolph to play. So I took him, of course, and know what, it panned out. But let's get into this week's games here. Okay, Dan got 11, Dave got 11, and I got 12. That lock of the week helped me out there.
That's what helped you out. Exactly.
Exactly. It was. But let's go see. We don't have to go all the games here, but let's talk about the one game, honestly. Dallas won, but I want a big kudos. Thank you to the refs, number one. Okay.
Man.
Big time.
They got a little bit of a gift there at the end.
Woo.
Yeah, they did. It was a Christmas gift, Dan.
My goodness, like that's just unbelievable. The guy goes over to the ref, comes back, so he's going over to tell him he's eligible, and the ref just forgets.
He forgot. Yeah, he forgot.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all.
I went back and I looked at that, and I tell you what, I hear an echo, a little bit of echo, a little bit from somewhere when I speak. Yeah. But my thing was Dan, exactly what you said, 68 and 70 report, who reports, that's fine. They both go over there. Decker's already talking to the official there, of course. He's standing there talking to the official. 70 comes over as the ref's walking away. But the thing was, 70, he lined up on the line of scrimmage. He could have been eligible, but common sense, fundamental football in week 17 here. Why would you bring Sue Penny, line up next to him, and cover him number one?
That was my point. Right.
That was so stupid. Where Decker
that's what I understand.
He's open on the left side. He is going to be eligible as a tackle, of course, going out because he's not covered. Sewell was covered by number one, Sewell Penny. I'm sorry, the other guy, whatever his name was.
Penny Sewell, yeah.
Yeah, he was covering, number 70.
Right tackle.
Yes, he was covering him. And then also the tight end was to the right too. He was on the line of scrimmage, so he covered that tackle, which wouldn't even have been number 70. It would have been Sewell Penny. So ref blew that call 100%.
Absolutely, and I don't understand how you get that wrong.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Big time.
Okay.
Big time.
No, I was going to say what I didn't understand was I get that the call was made and I understand that, but why didn't Dan Campbell just go for the extra point and tie and go to overtime? That's what I
would have done personally.
I would have too. I'm always one to say, you know what, show some heart, show some balls. Lead the team. But the only thing I can say from that coaching standpoint, that's why the players play for Dan Campbell. He leaves it all on the field. He's aggressive. Yep. And you know what? If you would have won that game,
if the refs were successful,
exactly,
they did nothing wrong.
Right. So, if they would have won that game, all the players would have said, you know what, Dan, we'll follow you through a brick wall, brother. You know what I mean? But you can't justify that because it worked out the wrong way, of course. But I give him credit for going for it because you've been playing good, but you wanted that win to actually try to get that 2 seed. Now they're locked out of the 2 seed, of course, but you go for the win, man. I would have went for the extra point. I'm not one for go for the extra point. I would have gone for the game, but I probably would have gone for the extra point.
I personally would have went for the extra point myself and then played for overtime. But if you think about it though, and go back to the game itself, when let's say they did get the extra point, okay, and they tied the game. Okay, we know it didn't happen, but if it did, Dak still had 23 seconds to get on the field. So you figure if he gets to the 35-yard line in that time, Aubrey kicks the field goal, Dallas still wins the game. So
yeah, I understand that.
I'm just saying. If you give Dak time, he goes. He's been seeing Lamb all day, and Lamb been open all day long. So you figure.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even. I'm not going to discredit Campbell. He's that type of coach. Hell, in a press conference when he first got the job, he wants to, punch you in the neck, bite your kneecaps off. That's him. He's aggressive. That's why the team buys in it. Of course, Ken says go for the extra point, especially at the first penalty. I would have too. A playoff.
I would have too. Absolutely.
I would have because you're still
closer too.
Yeah, you get the extra point. You tie the game up. You take your chances in overtime. Of course, first touchdown wins. You get a field goal. Then if you win the coin toss, take the ball, drive down the field, get the touchdown. But at that point, you're still fighting for that 2 seed because if you would have beat Dallas and what happened with the next game, we'll talk about. Detroit was in line for that 2 seed. You know what I mean? So
and plus, if you think about it, and not to cut you off, Paul, if you think about it, say the game does go overtime, okay? Say Dallas loses the coin, or say Detroit wins the coin toss. They want the ball, okay? They just went all the way down the field on Dallas's defense. Who's to say they couldn't do it again?
That's what I mean. Yeah. But it shoulda, coulda, woulda. I would probably would have kicked the extra point. I usually go for it all, of course. I usually go for 2 points.
I'm hypothetically speaking, that could have happened, but.
But you know what? Hey, a win is a win. Gave credit to us. We control our destiny. But let's talk about this game. Goodness gracious. Let's talk about Christmas Christmas gift from the Arizona Cardinals to the Dallas Cowboy Nation. What in the hell is going wrong? Or what should I say? What the hell are the Philadelphia Eagles right now?
I don't know what the Eagles are.
Gosh. Oh.
I have no idea, but like I said, they're just not the same team they were. They have some weaknesses in the defense. Arizona is probably playing better football now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I definitely did expect that. I thought the Eagles would definitely play better, but it looks like the Eagles are going to be stumbling in, and I'm interested to see how they play versus us.
Yeah, you know what?
Or not.
Yeah, Dan, I agree with that. I think you guys could go. I think you guys beat them on Sunday. I just do.
I don't know. The Giants' offense still sucks.
Well, the reason I say that, Dan, is because Tyrod, you're Tyrod Taylor, right? You're backup. Is that right?
Yep.
Did he not just like play really well when he came in there in the last game?
He played well, but he couldn't complete a 3-yard pass and threw it behind Barkley for a 2-point conversion to tie the game or take the lead or some shit.
But he did throw that bomb to Slayton, though. I mean,
he did, but he still messed up in the end.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. The thing is, we'll talk about the game when we're the next series that we're picking here.
Right.
But the other game I want to talk about. I mean, we know what the Eagles
but
are.
Wait, before you do that, though, let's go stay at the Arizona game real quick. To me, Arizona owned that whole third quarter. I mean, they had the ball the whole time. I mean, they went down the field, bang, bang, bang. And the momentum just swifted to Arizona.
They scored 29 points in the second half.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Right, exactly. Yeah,
like what we did to them, like week 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All I can say is, you talk shit on my team week 4. Look what happened in week 17. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. Dan, what was the score of the Cardinals-Giants game? Who won that game between you guys?
The Cardinals and the Giants?
No, yeah. Giants did. Giants won.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
20, 31, 28.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Kudos to the Cardinals.
They were down 28-0 in the first after it had halftime.
I'll tell you, the Cardinals played the NFC East pretty damn tough this year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they did.
Think about it. But, we'll talk about all the games here. Let's go on to one of the games that you guys got a point on me here. The Falcons. I took the Falcons. I believed in it. I thought they were going to help my man Leland out, of course. So I took the Falcons. The Falcons let me down this week. You guys got this point here. You guys took the Bears. I wanted to take the Bears, but I had to do it with all respect. I had to take it Leland's team. But unfortunately, they didn't hold up to the potential that I thought they would. But the Bears, man, I mean, here's my question to you guys. They have the 1 and 10th pick this year.
Yeah.
Are they
a quarterback?
They're not. I believe in Justin Fields right now.
I do too. I think he's good.
Hell no.
What do you guys think? Keep Justin Fields working around. Here's my scenario. Hear me out. You got the 1 and 10 pick, okay? There's 2 offensive linemen that might go between 7 to 10, roughly, if you're lucky, okay? That's the Penn State O-lineman, Joe Alt from Notre Dame. This may sound crazy, but you know what? I'm taking the best player in the NFL draft this year, Marvin Harrison Jr., to combine with Moore and, a C.J. Stroud. Give him the weapon, and then come back around 10th pick and take maybe an Alt or the line U of A from Penn State, one of those guys. If they're not there, you know what? Hey, I'll drop back down and give someone that 10th pick. Maybe I'll pick up an extra 2nd or 3rd round next year, whatever. Drop down maybe to like 17, 18. Yeah. Use my picks to my advantage. What do you guys think about taking Harrison that early? What do you think?
I don't think it would be a bad pick if they took him at all. But you might want to take the offensive lineman, even though Harrison is tempting. Like, he's definitely going to be up there on the board. And if they have him with Moore, but you still got to take offensive line with that 2nd first round pick, without a doubt. If you're going to take Harrison early, you got to take the offensive lineman. No matter who it is, you got to take somebody.
Yeah. Bo says, Justin Fields is trash, Paulie. As a Vikings fans, I pray the Bears extend him. I know. I agree with that. I mean, it's the Ohio State thing. Stroud may be the only benefiting factor coming out of Ohio State. I get that. But I think, do you really want to take – Caleb Williams is not the answer to me. I've seen games of him, glimpses and glamours of him. Drake May is not – I'm not sold on him either. I'm really not sold on a quarterback this year. I really not – because when you take a quarterback, it's a dime a dozen, it's a needle in a haystack. We know that. Are you going to take that shot? You know what I mean? I don't know. I agree with you, Bo. I 100% agree with you. I think he's trash. But under the right coordinator, you get a good back in there, a good O-line. I think the RPO would would actually benefit the Bears, honestly, with two good weapons. I really do.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel too. I think if we had somebody like the receiver, their college receiver, I think he'd be like.
Well, see, there's a move.
I think he'd be much better. I mean, I'm better, but I think it would work out for him even more. For Fields. I do. I really do.
Ken with the Raiders, he definitely don't want Justin Fields there. I mean, he'll take Aiden O'Connell over him any day. Or a banged up Garoppolo. You know what I mean? Bo, I agree with you. I'll pass on Caleb Williams. I do too. But who do you think getting off topic here? Who do you think the top three quarterbacks are? To me, you know what? I don't see an 1A quarterback. I really don't. To me, it's more of a schematic situation.
I think Penix is 3.
I think Penix is going to be there. I think Penix is probably going to drop a little bit. I really do. I love Penix.
Yeah, I agree with Dan with Penix. I do. I think he's really
so good. His accuracy, his arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I like
good,
Penix.
man.
I like Penix. If it's schematic wise, if you put him with the right systems, I'll tell you what scares me. If he stays home in Seattle and goes to the Seattle Seahawks, that could be dangerous right there. With the weapons that he has, and that's like a system of
he's going to be there.
He would have a lot of weapons too, if you think about it. Lockett.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree with that one. I love Michael Penix. He could work in the right. Yes, exactly. Quinn Ewers, I don't know. I'm not sold on him yet, Bo. I'm not. I mean, what got me at
is it going to declare?
Well, the thing is, he hasn't declared yet. He's already said he's coming back to Texas. But after that game, Dan, I talked about this with Bill Furman on the college.
Quinn is staying. He's staying in college.
He's already staying. He's going to stay there.
Okay, I wasn't sure what his deal was.
He's definitely staying. Archie's going to be his backup, of course. But here's the thing: I was talking to Bill last night on the college show. After that game, when of course Texas lost to Washington, he stood on that field for about 5 minutes and just looked up in the air. That told me a little bit something. Maybe okay, you know what? Screw this. I know I'm probably going to be a 1 to 5 quarterback. I'm going to get a job in the NFL. But then again, do I come back? Because if I screw up, I got Archie Manning, the people's champion, behind me. So I don't know which way he's going to go. I honestly, I think he's going to stay in college. I really do.
I think he stays in college too.
And the thing is, he can make more money in college than going pro this year with the NIL deal. So I think he stays.
Well, get more experience in college and then take yourself to the pro. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, Bo says Quinn Ewers in Minnesota. You know what? I'll tell you what. I want to play quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings next year. Damn, with those weapons.
They can't decide a starter. What is up with this team?
No, but you're right. Quinn, you would be great in a systematic.
1 week it's Mullins, next week it's the other kid. I don't get it. Pick one.
Yeah. Comments. Raiders drafted QB, signed Russ to a 2-year team option, and develop a third quarterback. Wow.
Raiders drafted quarterback.
Signed Russ for 2 years. Wow.
No,
I don't know. I don't know what his buyout is, Ken. Honestly, I don't know what Russell Wilson's buyout would be because that's a huge contract. I think he's back into 5 years still, right?
I think he's a 5-year deal. Yeah.
I think he's back ended. That's going to be a huge cost. And I think Denver's going to screw it to the Raiders if that happens and say, you know what? Seattle killed us on the draft picks what we gave up. Well, you know what? You're going to give up the Allegiant Field is basically what you're going to give up to us for that. I don't know. If it happens, it happens. But all right, let's get into the other games here. The one game that I won, I took the Colts. You guys took the Raiders. We won. I won that game there. Colts are fighting for their lives, man. They're still, if they win this game, they possibly could be in 2. So
they're fighting for. Yeah, they are. They are. I really thought the Raiders were going to be there after coming up that couple 2 in a row wins there. I thought they had a shot.
Yeah, I did see that. They are talking about releasing him, but that's going to be a costly factor because I don't know how his contract's mandated. Honestly, like the guaranteed money was up front, of course, but still you're going to lose a lot of draft picks. And I think if they do, Broncos are going to try to get draft pack capital back too. Ken says only if the Broncos cut him. Yeah, I get that. If they cut him, that would be fine. That you take a flyer on that too, of course. Real quick, excuse me. Bo says, my thought is this, guys. If Ewer goes top 10, which means he'll fall to a good team, not a terrible team drafting in the top 3, it could be a blessing for him, and that team lands him. I know, I agree with that. That's why I say if it's schematic-wise where he goes to a team that can, exactly like you said, Bo, Minnesota, Addison, of course, Jefferson, and he's got a top defensive player there, and Hutchinson as well on the opposite side of the ball. If they have a combined line, I think he'd be great. I think he could be a starter there. But the thing is, if Minnesota, what are they going to do with Kirk Cousins?
That's the question. That's the question. I was just thinking of that. Yes.
Do you put him behind a Kirk Cousins and let him hold the clipboard for a year or two until whatever? Because I think Cousins has 2 years left on his deal too, right?
Is it 2? I thought it was 1.
I'm not sure. I know it's at least 1. I thought it was 2, but
I know it was at least. I know it's at least 1. I wasn't sure if it was
a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent. Okay, I did not know that. Okay,
Kirk's a free agent. I didn't know.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, I did not know that. Oops, I'm sorry.
I thought he had at least 1 more year.
Dan, you got the comments tonight. I'll just read them. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. You know what? Dan, take us to another game. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look it up.
Let him walk.
How about the Baltimore-Miami game?
That was a blowout, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Good
Which
God.
was absolutely ridiculous.
Because they didn't Baltimore blow them out.
56-19.
I thought that's what I saw. Well, didn't Waddle get hurt too?
I don't know, but
I think Waddle got hurt. I think he had an ankle issue during the game, so I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know they turned the ball over. The Ravens were all over them, 21 in the second and fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I'm saying I know Waddle got injured and I know Mostert is he's questionable for this weekend too. So
yeah, but even if Waddle got injured, that's ridiculous. 56-19 is getting destroyed.
I agree totally.
Like absolutely destroyed. Like I thought it'd definitely be closer to that. I thought it'd be high scoring.
Right.
But we have 5 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like just absolutely ridiculous. And the Ravens show they're the best team in the AFC, like flat out.
Lamar in the regular season is different than Lamar in the playoffs, guys. Just saying.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do in the playoffs.
Just saying.
Kirk Cousins is a free agent. This year's base salary was $35 million. So next year he's a free agent. He's cleared to walk. Yep.
Okay.
Like Paul just said, Baltimore looks like the team to beat, but can you trust Lamar in the playoffs?
That's my point.
The thing. Bo, I want to ask you, I talked about with Dave. Dave, when I talked about this, I want to get Bo's opinion, and Dan, you too as well. Here's my question to you, Bo, since you're watching the show. Lamar Jackson, I've always been a doubter of Lamar Jackson because I don't want to say he's, one sandwich short of a picnic. I don't want to say that. But if you look at this guy play, the talent is there. You can't deny that 100%. What he does on the field, his legs, he's worked on the pass, how he throws the ball. His mechanics aren't really the greatest for throwing the ball. But here's my thing. I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed, honestly, because when I coach up here, my team runs cue cards. We have cue cards that run my whole team for offense. Up there, he uses that wristband. How many times do you watch Lamar Jackson get the play in his headset, look at the wristband in the huddle, takes a couple seconds to read that son of a bitch, calls the play there, goes up to the line again and says, okay, I just want to double
What did I just say?
That's what I'm saying. Bo, Dan, have you ever seen him do that? I don't think he's the smartest tool in the shed, honestly. But he, you know what? He wins games. He beats you in ways. But
he wins games on his feet. That's why, because he can run.
But the playoffs teams, you're definitely just like Bo says, it's a different story. You're going to see different looks in the playoffs here. You're not going to see what you see in the the regular season. Here. This is 0-0.
If you slow down Lamar Jackson, what's his other go-to?
That's what I mean.
If you can't run the ball and the other team keeps it close, and you got to depend on his arm, can you?
And with his number one weapon, Mark Andrews out, he's going to be out for the whole year. So that takes away a big thing there too. And
that's a big loss.
Teams play much different in the playoffs. We won't have free lanes. Teams keep him contained and force him to beat with his arm. We saw this. That's the truth right there. You show him different looks. You're going to see. Basically, it's considered in the playoffs. You're not going to be vanilla, even though it's not vanilla. You're going to look at different looks. And Lamar Jackson sometimes looks like a deer in headlights. He really does.
At times he does. Yeah, sure.
Hey, listen, I'll give you kudos, man. I'll eat that crow. If you get to the promised land, you show me what you're about. I'll be the first one to say, you know what? I'll wear a wristband on my damn wrist for the rest of the damn year and say I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I hear you.
Prove me wrong. Yep. All right.
But just to stick with the Ravens real quick, I love John Harbaugh. I think he's one of the best coaches in the league. I just do. I mean, he knows how to win. He's been in this league a long time.
He's good. I mean, he plays old school football. He does what wins. Bringing that new OC down to Baltimore was the best thing for Baltimore to do.
Yep.
You play with what your talent gets. You're a running team, go with the run. If you're a passing team, go with the pass.
I mean, the veteranship. He's been there a long time. He's been, he knows the deal.
And the thing is, too, with Harbaugh, he delegates. He doesn't take it all on him. He delegates, options to this coach, to put the team in a better situation.
Sure.
So that's what he does. I mean, that's why That's why Michigan is doing great with the other Harbaugh brother out there.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Both of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into other games here. Let's talk about Dan. You want to talk about the Giants or no?
It was a lot closer than I thought. They had an opportunity to win,
yes.
and they kept in the game, but they just in the end they just couldn't get it done. Tyrod Taylor had a chance to take the lead with 2-point conversion. I'd rather tie it.
Yeah.
But the way their offense is, I get why they went for 2. Mm-hmm. And if he could have converted, they probably could have won this game. But unfortunately, they just didn't get it done.
Mm-hmm. Dan, real quick, sticking with that game and what a comeback it was. It was a good game. It really was. I saw the ending of it. But did you really think that field goal he was going to make that when they went for it for the win?
Maybe.
Okay.
If he would have kicked it straight, it probably would have went through.
Okay.
Yeah. But he hooked it. Mm-hmm. I was like 50-50. If it was Goodell, he would have drilled it.
Yeah.
Right.
Go back.
Goodell was huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, going back to this here, Eileen said, Ravens did sign Dalvin Cook. Now, to me, what do you guys think about that? To me, this is what I think. It's a depth move, number one, because the running game, they do need help in that running game. Losing their one back there, of course, to that big, huge injury he had. But to me, this is a depth move. You're not going to play him this week. You're probably not going to. You get a bye, of course. You get into the scheme of the game. Game flow, verbiage. That situation. But this to me is looking ahead to a team like when you play a Buffalo Bills team, who's good up front, good defensive front four, big size. This is a depth move where you can run the ball in the middle. I don't think they need him because the problem is with him. He got benched because he fumbles the ball a lot too.
Breece Hall took his job. That's the problem.
Yes.
Breece Hall is better than he is. It was always better.
Without a doubt. This year he is. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And I think Aaron Rodgers had a lot to do with that. I could utilize this guy. Anybody can. Aaron Rodgers can make any back a little bit better too. You know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers can.
Yeah. Bo says Paul nailed it with Lamar. His processing, man. I mean, that's just me speaking, Bo. But
that's how I feel about it.
I coach offense up here, and if my 11 and 14-year-old kids can run an offense with cue cards, just by one word changing the whole thing, or just a 2-finger down, 2-finger up from one of my coaches, whatever I call as an audible, I just don't get it with Lamar. But it proved me wrong, Lamar, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Proved me wrong. Bo says, I love Dalvin Cook. Yeah, he fumbles a lot. He's brittle, too. Yeah, true. Last comment before we get into the other game. The Giants are capable of beating the Eagles. The G-Men have been competitive all season long, and we have seen the Eagles aren't the same team from a year ago, not even close. 100%.
I agree with that.
But, all right, we'll get into the games here in a second for next week. Let's look at other games here. I just want to pat myself one more time on my back.
Oh, you know what? Dan, he's patting himself too much today.
Hey, what? Hey, Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know who called that game, but somebody said lock of the week.
You said that already.
I'm going to say it again, Dave. One more time.
we get it.
Somebody on this panel said, I'm taking the lock of the week, the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Mason Rudolph beating the Seattle Seahawks at home. And Insane said I need a CT scan. Adam Glenn says crack kills. And I don't know. I don't forgot all the other comments that I needed a drug test. Okay. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Lock of the week paid off for me. How's that?
Congratulations.
Then I should get times 10 for this week for that one, brother. Who would have thought that one?
Yeah, you just got fortunate. That's all.
That's what I say.
Every squirrel finds a blind squirrel finds.
That's right.
Yep.
Every squirrel is a nut once in a while.
Exactly. All right. Well, Dan, you know what?
Sun shines on a horse's ass every so often.
Exactly. Now you guys flipped on there. Dan, you took the Bengals. Dave, you took the Chiefs. I did not take that game because of the fact both teams have screwed me all season with my lock of the week. So I didn't play that game
against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won.
Yeah, I think I took the Chiefs to win that game.
Dan, I would have went. I would have went with you too.
They're not gonna win, and I'm picking them again this week. We'll see if they win.
If I would have took that game, I would have took the Bengals, Dan, because I cannot get on the Chiefs train anymore until Taylor Swift is Tay bye bye.
That's what I'm like. I'm not picking them at all. And they lost.
But Dan, you did get one of the games on us there. You got the Green Bay game. We took the Vikings, man. You got the Green Bay Packers, and they're fighting for a playoff spot, man. So you know what? Hey, kudos to them too.
Dan, real quick, is Jordan Love surprising you all of a sudden? I mean,
I didn't know much about him, but I think he's had a good season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's like 30 touchdowns. That's not bad.
No, I'm saying he's having a pretty good season this year.
Jordan Love has not had a bad season.
I wasn't the only one who needed a CT scan. Eileen needed a CT scan too.
Eileen went Steelers too.
There we go. See, they're bright minds.
Actually, if you look back, guys, the last couple of games, Green Bay's been pretty hot lately. I mean, they're playing pretty well. That's a hot team going into the playoffs. It's something you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we might see them in the first round.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're getting hot at the right time.
But the thing is, I got to give credit a lot to Mike LaFleur too. After losing Rodgers, half the wide receivers, Lazard,
Mike LaFleur,
whatever LaFleur, whatever his name is. Okay, everybody up here, I know all the women I know call him Mr. Playboy Mike because he's so damn beautiful. But anyway, but I give Jordan Love a lot of credit because losing all the weapons he did, this was more likely a learn the system, see what you are this year. He's playoff bound. He could be playoff bound. So I give him credit this year.
He is. He's playing really well lately.
But Dan, listen, Dan, you got 11 this week. Dave got 11. I got 12. Now, Dan, I don't know if we can actually come up with a way we can win this for next week for you, but
I don't know about that.
It's a 15-point lead here, Dan. And I think what we're going to do is next week, we're going to do all games count 2 points. Lock of the week. Dan, and I'm going to let you go first this week, okay?
Unfortunately, guys, I came late to the party, so you can't blame me for this.
Oh, Dave, you wouldn't even have been close to me anyway. So
I think I would have. I think I would have.
This week's games yet, so
definitely.
But Dave, no, you wouldn't have been close to me because when a person picks,
I would have beat you.
Dave, when a person like me takes the lock of the week being the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's a reason why I'm in first place, Dave. Okay, come on, Dave. But what
Dan, we lost you. Oh no.
Dan says,
Dan got mad. We made him in.
Dan gave up already.
Dan's already done. Dan, did the cat do it again?
I don't know. We're going to see what the hell happened here. Let's see.
There he is.
What was it, Dan? Was it the cat? What was it?
No, it was me.
Oh, God. Okay.
Wrong button.
All right. Bo says, I was dead wrong about Jordan Love. I thought he was worthless. He has a fantastic arm. Is quite accurate when allowed to set up. He isn't great under stress, however, pressure him. I agree. I thought this was more, I didn't want to say rebuild year, but I thought this was learn the system, see what you are, sitting behind Rodgers all those years. Let's see what we have at quarterback. But you know what? We know one thing. The Packers don't have to take a quarterback this year. We know that.
No.
Give him credit. I give him credit. I give him credit 100%.
They got J Love. They're good.
But Dave, here's what we're going to do. Dave and Dan, here's what we're going to do. Next week's games count 2, okay? Your lock of the week, this is like Jeopardy here.
Okay, Alex, we hear you.
Alex is dead, isn't he?
I know.
Don't put me in the grave already, Dave. Okay, seriously,
sorry.
Okay. At least come up with a name that's allowed.
I don't know who runs the show now. I don't know.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is on there sometimes.
Is that, yeah. Okay.
Once in a while. But hey, here's what we're gonna do. Lock of the week.
Ken. I don't know.
Who?
Ken, the guy that.
Who the hell's Ken?
The guy that owned the show. Like he was like the best like guy on the show forever. I can't think of his last name.
I don't know. All I know is Alex. All right, here's what we're going to do. The lock of the week, Dave, I'll let you go second. Dan, you go first for the lock of the week this week. Your lock of the week is times 3.
Ken Jennings, that's who it was. Ken Jennings.
Okay. It's times 3. Okay, that's what we're going to do this week. So there's an option to win. Now, let's get into the final week of the regular season here. Dan needs a 15-point miraculous comeback. Are we taking this into the playoffs? I think we are, right?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? If you want to.
All right, let's go for it because you're going to need all the help you can get right here, Dan. We'll go into next year if you want to, Dan.
We're already next year.
All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Dan's already, taking the opposite of me right now. Game, here we go.
Lamar Jackson's not playing.
I know. You switched that, though. You told me you're switching that one, right?
I'm going to take the Steelers instead.
Oh, really? Damn it.
He changed his mind.
All right, so are we taking the Pittsburgh Steelers here because now Pittsburgh still has a shot at the playoffs. They have to win this game with a little bit of help to get in, okay? Are we taking Pittsburgh because of that reason, or are we taking Pittsburgh because nobody in their right mind is going to be playing for the Baltimore Ravens this week?
Well, that's why I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no one's really playing for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson's not going to play. They're a different team without Jackson, and Pittsburgh has something to play for.
You don't believe in Tyron Huntley, a quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens?
No.
Me
either.
But I do believe Mike Tomlin, who's a great coach, and I think that he's really, he's never had a losing season in Pittsburgh.
The Steelers are going to want this game more than Baltimore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they have to. The benefiting factor is they play early, too, so they can not screen watch, but they can watch the other games, too. They control their destiny with a little bit of help, too, to getting into the playoffs, too.
Yeah, with Lamar Jackson, you're picking Baltimore, but without Jackson, you're totally different.
Is that game in Pittsburgh by any chance?
No, it's in Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
All home teams are on the right on this one, Dave.
Okay, my fault. I can't really see too well, but okay, it's fine.
You need glasses, brother?
No, it's just my phone's so small I can't see it. But I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Right. I thought you were getting old like
No,
me.
I don't need glasses. I'm fine.
Okay. Don't make fun of people who wear glasses, though, Dave.
I don't.
People that wear glasses, Pick's block of the week's pretty damn good. Okay, just letting you know. Okay. Anyway, all right, yeah, we're all going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers here. We're going to flip that on Dan. I already wrote that down. Dan, I actually wrote that down for you right there. Dan is taking the Baltimore Pittsburgh Steelers as well, so we'll flip that one there. All right,
Steel curtain.
I am the oddball here. I am taking the New England Patriots because they're already locked in for the draft pick. Why not win one more game, for Bill Belichick? Because Bill is not going to lose this game. He is not going to lose this last game before the press conference comes out and says, Mr. Kraft says Bill Belichick is not with the New England Patriots. He's winning this game. He's winning this game.
Bailey Zappi's throwing 4 picks in this game.
I don't care. He's going to, what they're going to zap? They're going to zap his ass.
I'm with Dan. Go Jets.
No, they're going to zap his ass.
Jets are going to zap them to sleep.
No.
The Patriots aren't going to score more.
Brees Hall's going to have a field day.
I think Brees Hall has like 150 yards in this game.
I think so too. Yeah, I do.
I'm just debating.
I think the Patriots offense is so bad. The Jets defense is so good.
Well, actually, Zeke's actually been playing well. Zeke's been playing well last few games.
So no love for my New England Patriots this week, huh?
No love. Nope.
You know what? I might make this the lock of the week. How's that? I might do that. Hey, why not, right?
You get minus 15 if he gets
knock yourself out.
I know. Oh, we lose if we lose our. That's right, Dan. If we lose our lock of the week, we're minus 15, right?
No, I don't think so.
Dan, you know what? The funny thing is, if we would have done that the whole season, I think I would have been negative with the damn Kansas City Chiefs. Honestly,
I think my friend Bo is smoking crack.
What did he say?
The Jets never beat the Patriots, and let us not forget that the Patriots defense is very good.
I agree.
The Patriots offense sucks, though.
Okay. So here's the thing. Exactly what Bo says right there. The Patriots defense is good. The Jets defense is good. Correct? We agree, right?
Jets defense is
okay. Here's the thing.
Very good.
Both quarterbacks suck. Correct? Right? Both quarterbacks suck. Right?
Nah, Zappy sucks more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you that little lineage towards your side.
Who has the better? Nobody.
Who has the better kicker? Who has the better kicker between the Jets and the Patriots?
The Jets do.
The Jets do.
Greg the leg.
Oh, screw Greg the leg, that former Cowboy.
The Jets offense sucks. Brees Hall is really good.
This might be a game. This might be a game where we talked about a couple of weeks ago, Dan, where both teams suck. It might be.
This is a 3-0 game.
You know what? I tell you what. I don't know what the line is, but I tell you what. This might be. The
Jets haven't beaten the Pats since 2015, so they're due.
That's right. They're due to win.
Oh, they're due.
Analytics. Screw analytics. Okay, screw analytics. Screw all that. No, it's not going to happen. You know what? You know what? I might take this as a lock of the week just to get another CT scan out there from everybody.
Yeah, but 15, 16, 17, and 18, they had Brady.
What's the point spread?
True. I don't even know, Dave. I can look it up real quick.
Okay. All right,
Dan, take us to the next game, and I'll look it up.
They have Wilson also. The receiver. Okay. Yeah, but the Patriots are worse than the
All right,
Jets.
you know what? Here's the line. Here's the line right now. They agree with me. Vegas knows what I'm talking about because they knew I picked Pittsburgh last week, so they're going on my side here, okay? The New England Patriots are minus 2.5. The under is 30. Patriots are favored by 2.
That's not surprising.
Patriots are favored by 2. That's home field right there. That's because the kicker's going to kick a field goal. That's what it is. But
it's going to be
okay.
Patriots.
Okay.
Patriots. All right, so let's go to the next game here.
Yeah.
Can Carolina win a game? Can they win another game against Tampa?
They got Tampa, right?
Who's playing for a playoff win? They win, they're in. They win. Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Tampa needs a game.
They win, they're in. They got to win this game, right?
Tampa's going to win. I don't see Tampa losing.
Baker's banged up.
Game. It's good for the Jets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that as well.
Because the Patriots aren't running the ball.
No,
on that defense.
No, Baker's all right. He'll be fine. I'm sure he'll play.
But I think Carolina's got nothing to play for, and the Bucs too. So, and they're a better football team.
And the thing that sucks about Carolina, you're so bad where you're not even tanking, and you suck that bad, and guess what? You don't get a draft pick. That's how bad it is.
That is how bad it is. Bad. Yep, that is bad.
You put all your eggs in one basket to go out and get Bryce Young last year to make the trade with the Chicago Bears to get Bryce Young. How did that work out for you? Your damn owners throwing shit at fans, getting fined $300,000. Your players don't want to play for you. It's a shit show down in Carolina. Very simple. Yep. Bo says the NFC South is a joke. It wouldn't shock me if the Panthers win. I don't see it happening though. I can agree. I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but I tell you what, hey,
Rashad White's gonna have a field down that day on that defense.
I got to go with Tampa Bay. I mean, winning you're in. They control their own destiny. I got to go with Tampa Bay here.
Yep.
If they can just manage
and Evans just played out of his mind too. He's having a good year.
Yeah, I mean, if they can just manage the game and to me, if I'm what do they won 2 games this year? 2 and 14 right now?
15, like 14.
2 and 14. You play 17 games, 2 and 14. Yeah, 1 game left. Whatever it is. You know what? I'm coming out there as a head coach. I'm saying, you know what? Every play is on. My play sheet is from front to back. I want to win this game, but hell, if you're in week 17 and you only got 2 wins, you suck. I ain't taking you this week. I'll tell you that.
No argument there.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll go last. Why I took the Bengals.
Battle of Ohio.
Well, Browning's not playing, I think.
Nope. Jeff Driscoll is the starting quarterback for the Browns.
And the Browns have something to play for, and their defense is pretty good. I think they're going to win this game by 10.
Wow.
Yeah, Flacco's out. Yeah.
Jeff Driscoll starting.
Driscoll, yeah.
Wow. Go ahead, Dave. Why is
I like Cleveland. I think I picked Cleveland, didn't I?
Yeah, you got Cleveland right there. Yep.
Yeah, I got Cleveland. Yeah, I like Cleveland this game. I mean, even though Driscoll, I just think Cleveland's running game is really strong. I mean,
their defense is real good too.
Hunt could have a good day. Who's to say?
I'm going against the grain. I'm going to take the Bengals here at home. I think they're going to not rewrite the ship.
Bengals blew their load last week. They had a chance to get it in. They couldn't do it.
I mean, that's what I mean. You're not going to lose back-to-back games here. You want to take out a division rival, and I think this is the game at home. They do that. They're probably going to dress some of the starters, not a lot of them that's inactive or active, but I think they do come out, play a solid game at home, just enough to win the game. I think they slow the game down here a little bit. The defense for the Browns is good, of course. I like to see. I want to see Myles Garrett get a couple sacks this week because I really love the way he plays. But I think Cincinnati wins this game in a close game because of the fact they want to play for something.
Is Amari playing? Do we know?
I don't give a damn if he's playing or not. He ain't going to help.
I'm just saying he's been rolling at the last. I mean, I know he's out last week, but
no, I didn't
his game before that he had like 200 yards of receiving.
I didn't even look at that one. So I'm going to take the Bengals. You guys are taking the Browns here. We'll move on ahead here. Once again, Dan, this might be your week to come back, brother. I'll tell you that because you guys are taking the Packers and I'm taking the Bears here. I am on the Justin Fields wagon right now.
Yeah, Green Bay's hot.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers at home.
They're hot right now.
What's the weather? What's the weather going to be up there? Green Bay, snowstorm, maybe possibly.
Probably like -5.
It's getting cold, but I don't know if it's going to snow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
the Bears are used to the cold, so that's not going to make
it's
true. I think Cleveland. I mean, I'm sorry, not Cleveland. Chicago wins this game here. I like Justin Fields, and I'm counting on a good running game from him. I like how he plays with DJ Moore, of course. I think Fields shows a little bit more of his legs this week in the cold weather. That's what I'm looking for. The pass isn't going to happen a lot on both sides of the ball, even though both teams do play in Arctic weather. But I think Justin Fields is going to use his legs this week to move the sticks, get in the end zone. So I'm going to take the Bears in a close one this week.
I think this could be an Aaron Jones big day for him if he plays.
And plus, Green Bay is fighting for a playoff spot too. They win.
As I said, Green Bay is playing for a playoff spot. Jordan Love's playing well. Aaron Jones is rolling it. I think Green Bay's hot right now. They're just the hot team
to win.
And the other thing, what I like to say regarding all games, is pretty much all games, and actually all the games this week, they're all division rival games, which the NFL finally got right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's week 16 or 17. Of course, they're going to do that.
Well, before they really didn't do that. A lot of them, they just, a miscellaneous game, you're out of conference game. But I love how every team now, especially, the Eagles, Cowboys, they have something to ride on. The AFC, what is the AFC North? They have something to play. Every team is still really in that division. It's a lot of screen watching what happens. So I think I'm going to take the Bears here. Another reason is because I think they want to bounce the Packers out. What better way to bounce out a division rival, to beat them in the last week? So
that's actually not a bad. I actually hear you say that, but I just think Green Bay's just too hot right now. They're playing really well.
I mean, they're playing. They control destiny. I mean, I give them that too. But but Dave, I want to ask you real quick. What in the hell are you smoking this week, taking the Giants?
I just think there's turmoil in the Eagles right now. There's just so much going on with them. I mean, they're pointing fingers at each other. They're yelling at each other on the field. They're who's going in, who's not. Your receiver finally decided to talk within what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I think Sirianni's losing his team. He says he's not, but I don't believe that. And I think the Giants owe them one from last game because the Giants actually came back and almost won that game. Okay. So I think I think Barkley's going to have a good day. I think Tyrod Taylor would have won that game if he would have started the first game. I believe that because I think Tyrod Taylor's playing really well. And I just think Giants owe one. So I just think Giants go in there and they beat them.
Okay. I don't think the Giants are going to have enough offense. And their run blocking has been pretty atrocious.
Yeah, but the linebackers for the Eagles, Dan, is so weak. I mean, I just
they gotta get to the linebackers.
I think Tyrod Taylor could have a field day, and he runs with the ball. He's not afraid to take the ball and run.
I agree with that. I think the Eagles are going to squeak one out. I think they're going to beat them by.
I think the Giants got their number this week. I really do.
I hope so, but I think the Eagles will beat them in a close game.
Okay.
Hey, Linda, how you doing?
Linda.
Yeah, I agree with you both sides. I mean, to me, I was a little bit on the fence with this game. I'll tell you why. Dan, I agree with you 100%. The offensive line has been a turnstile like the New York subway. You know what I mean? It's just we don't know what's going on. Lanes are always there for the defense. Yep. But, Dan, to your point, what you said, the Eagles linebackers are not the greatest. But to Dan's point, guess what? You got to get to that second level. You got to get past that front four, too. The Eagles are very tough. Exactly. But my thing is here, too. Okay, the Eagles have really nothing to play for. If the Cowboys win, let's assume the Cowboys win here. They are playing the same time. A lot of screen watching, game watching.
Right.
If the Dallas Cowboys are up, don't be alarmed if the Philadelphia Eagles pull that team to get rest.
They just might.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
You know, that's the thing. I mean, why Devontae Smith is questionable with that ankle injury. Yeah, he might not be playing.
He's not 100%.
You know what better way? What better way to, hey, Cowboys are up, 14 points in the first quarter.
Wouldn't it be great for the Giants to end their season to beat the Eagles? I think they would love that.
Well, I mean, I think it's, just a win is a win here. You're playing for, what's the word, Dan? Moral victory, basically. You're playing for that, too.
But pride, I guess.
Pride, exactly. You're playing for pride too, but I think it's going to fall more on the Eagles standpoint of screen watching, saying, okay, Dallas is up 14. They're going to win the game. You know what? Boys, last drive, get in there, show me, you put starters in, get me a score. Let's build on this because we play next week now. Let's build on it. After that, starters are out. I can see that. And then the Giants getting that, first team. Because, Dan, I think they're going to play the first team the entire game, don't you?
I think they will.
I agree. I think they will, too.
I think they will, but it wouldn't surprise me if they pulled anybody.
Right. Real quick, look at the comments here. Bo said, Chicago's defense O-lines have improved over the past years. The Packers were playing for a playoff spot in the final week of the last season. You're right. And the Lions beat them last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
They took them out. Yeah. I mean, division games, you never know. I mean, what better way? It's if you're 2-14, that's your Super Bowl to beat a team that can get to the playoffs, right? Like with the Carolina, why not, right? Also, Bo says, I just don't see the Packers blowing this opportunity. The Bears have shown improvement. I agree. So if the Packers, 100%. I mean,
yeah,
both teams are on the fence to me. Honestly, both teams are on the fence to me. I don't want to say one is superior. I don't see that, but the Packers have a little bit more to play for right now. They really do. I give them that credit, 100%. All right. Let's get to the comments here. Philly's defense is one of the worst in the NFL. That to me, that's kind of crazy, though. I understand, losing Gardner, CJ Gardner, whatever.
Maybe yards.
What's that?
Maybe yards wise. I mean, I would say they're one of the worst. I mean, they give up a lot of points.
If I'm Tyrod Taylor, I'm running all day. Why not?
I think you got to give him. I think you got to give him on the outside. I think it's gonna. I don't watch a lot of the Giants games, honestly. I'll be the first to admit that.
I've seen a few this year, Dan. I have.
Does Tyrod Taylor run the RPO like the situation where Danny Jones runs it?
They run it a little bit, but not very often. But he can run. He's
right. Okay.
He's good at running and recognizing when to run.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're going to play RPO during the game a lot.
Okay.
I've seen it a lot with Taylor. He's been out a while, too.
Yeah, the reason why I said that, because we talked about it, Dan. To me, Danny Jones is similar to Sam Howell in many ways. He climbs the pocket, but he puts himself in positions to be sacked a little bit more. Not filling the lanes, but going toward the sack like Sam Howell does. Right. Tyrod Taylor can avoid that and get out of the pocket a little bit better.
Yeah, that's DeVito. DeVito does
DeVito,
that.
I'm sorry, DeVito, yeah.
DeVito runs into a lot of sacks. Like most of the sacks he ran into, Tyrod Taylor won't necessarily do that. He'll get rid of the ball a little faster.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Tommy DeVito. I'm sorry about that. Eddie Predator checks in. What's going on, Eddie? Paul, Dave, Danny.
Eddie, what's up, baby?
And he's got a beef out there. But he says, "Bo, go bleep yourself." Go Giants.
Go Giants.
I agree. The Eagles need to bench all their linebackers and DBs. It's. I tell you what. I last week I did see glamour, a little bit of glimpse and glamours of Shaquille Leonard. Honestly, he's finally getting his feet wet a little bit.
Did you see last week how Kyler Murray just like tore that linebacker? I think he tore them up last week. I mean, he was all over that. Like he found receivers like it was nothing.
But you know what, Dave? I don't blame the players. The players play the game, but I blame the coaches 100%. The defensive coordinator there, because of the fact, regardless of who you have to play assignment football. You have to put players in positions to excel. You know, Dave, if my offensive line is not that great, well, you know what I'm doing? I'm running a 4-4, okay? I'm putting 4 strong linebackers behind my 4 there, going man-on-man with 1 single high safety. Right. I'm whatever my works position is, I'm going to put not a Band-Aid on it. I'm going to put a damn wrap around that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let you know where it is. You know where it's at, but I am going to put a Band-Aid on it, basically. You know, that's what the Eagles haven't done. Teams have attacked that. If you get to the second level on the Eagles, you can win a game. Okay, you get to the secondary,
4 out of
you can
5
win a
in
game.
December. I mean, come on. I mean,
yep.
They had 400 yards on Arizona alone. I mean, put 400. I mean, I'm saying,
Dave, I'm waiting for you to. I can't wait to lock of the week. I think you might take this as a lock of the week.
I don't know yet. We'll see. I just might.
He says, "Fat, aka Matt Patricia." Oh boy, man, laughing my ass off. I agree. Oh my god, yeah. Whew. Matt Patricia. He didn't make a big change.
Yeah.
To give him play.
I heard something today that was very interesting, but I'll keep it for the end of the show. Go ahead.
All right. Let's move on here. Let's get to the end here. Okay, Dan, this is your week. I'm telling you, you could really come back this week. Okay, I'm taking the Denver Broncos. You know why? I believe in Stidham. I believe in Stidham this week. You know, I got like 5 locks of the week this week. I'm telling you.
Stidham sucks. I think the Raiders are going to beat him.
I don't know.
28-10.
Yeah.
Wow, Dan. 28-10?
Yeah, Stidham sucks.
I agree with that, but
Dan is not a Stidham guy.
The reason why I'm taking
better football.
I agree with that. The Raiders are playing better football. Okay, but here's my thing. I'm always a firm believer when you give a person a chance to play, okay? There's that one word we use all the time. Audition, game film, next year. I'm going to show you what I can do. Is Stidham the answer? Probably not,
No.
But it's a look over your shoulder moment to Russell Wilson, okay? This is what this is, Stidham right here. This is why I think the Broncos win this game. I think they play, and I think this is going to be a point where they rally around Sean Payton to see, Sean, I got your back. Screw Russell Wilson. I'm on the team. Let's go out and win this game. I think Denver wins this game. I do. Screw Russell Wilson. You know?
Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm just looking at it as a coach thing. Like, if my team went out and played high for me, when I know I'm out the door or whatever, you know what? I'm gonna give you a Pop-Tart at the end of the game. You know what I mean? You're gonna you got my heart. So I'm going Denver. Okay. Eddie's with you guys. Eddie's going 17-9.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the Raiders in this game.
Okay. All right. You know what?
I think Aiden O'Connell's playing well.
All right. Well, let's go to the next game here. Screw the Chiefs. You know I'm never picking the damn Chiefs again the entire season. I'm going Chargers. I'm going Chargers. I will never pick the Kansas City Chiefs again. I think, Dan, I look back at our things. I picked the Chiefs 12 times, and I lost. How many of those, Dan? 6 of them, right?
Yep.
It's only half.
I picked the Chiefs a lot of those also. I didn't pick the Chiefs last week, and they won. So I'm picking the Chiefs.
I picked the Chiefs last week, and they won.
They're playing the Chargers. They should.
I'm sticking with the Chiefs. I think they win.
Wow.
I can't go against my homeboy. It's kind of tough to do.
Now your guys are gonna ride with Blaine Gabbert as your quarterback.
Sure, why not?
Listen, if Patrick Mahomes can't get the ball out to no wide receivers, do you think Blaine Gabbert is going to come in here and do something with these washed up wide receivers?
He might surprise you. You never know.
He might have like, I have chemistry with this guy. I'll throw this guy.
Blaine Gabbert, why not? What do we got to lose?
Oh my God! That's see, you guys are not holding up for yourself here. Blaine Gabbert, Kansas City here. At least I'm going to go Chargers because Dave, you know what?
Kansas City is a much better coach team than the other teams.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just has to manage it, and they have a good defense.
Dude, Kellen Moore's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Come on, really?
Two reasons why I'm taking the Chargers here. Number one,
is that what Kellen Moore?
Well, listen, I'm going to get to that, Dave. We'll get to that. Two reasons I'm taking Chargers here. Number one, I will never take Kansas City again because they screwed me so many times.
Okay.
Number two, the audition thing, Dan. They already got They already got rid of their head coach, correct? For the Chargers, right?
Yep.
Who's still there? Wonder Boy, Dollar Store, $1.25 bread boy is still there, right?
Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
Okay. No, don't ever call him Boy Wonder. Okay. Here's the thing. He's still auditioning for a job because he needs a job. So why not, play call for whoever they have playing? I don't really know who the hell is playing for the Chargers this week, but it's an audition thing.
Yeah. Who's their quarterback?
I don't even know. I don't even freaking know. The Chargers had Easton
Stick?
Easton got a stick up my ass, that guy,
Yep.
Yeah, but damn, I can kick the screen. I'm getting hyped up over here.
Stick a fork in them.
Stick a fork.
That's what Easton's going to do. He's going to stick a fork in the damn Kansas City Chiefs. I'm telling you, that might be lock of the week. Dude, I'm telling you, I might have. Dan, can I call 5 locks in a week? Because I'm
He's
calling.
going to stick a fork in himself and his own foot.
And he says, if the Chargers had a quarterback,
3 picks.
But you know what? If the Chargers had a quarterback, okay. If my boy Justin Herbert was playing today, would we switch that pick?
Yes.
But
really?
he's not.
But he's not.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's done. This season.
Oh man. Dan, I'm telling you, this is the week you come back because everything is doubled. There's 5 games that we decided differently. I am going CJ Stroud here because CJ Stroud is going to win that division. He's playing great. And you know what? He plays great against cover 3 defenses. The Indianapolis Colts are the worst team in the secondary in a 3 deep zone. CJ Stroud is the number 1 quarterback versus a secondary that plays 3 deep. This is the game where CJ Stroud comes out and throws for 400 freaking yards.
And they lose.
Dan, don't say that. They are not.
CJ Stroud.
35-31 like Colts or something.
And he'll probably throw 401. Okay. Now,
both teams are trying to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Both teams going for the division.
Yeah.
So it's both teams won, but I think the Colts will squeak it out.
Luck of the horseshoe, baby.
Yep.
Wow. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I really do. Both defenses,
with the luck of the horseshoe.
Luck of the horseshoe. You gursue. You guys are going on the luck of the horseshoe.
With the luck of the horseshoe.
Minshew with the luck of the horseshoe.
I love this. I'm giving you, some stats here. Like they're worse against the cover 3. You guys are going on a goddamn horseshoe.
That's analytics. Those are stats. I don't care about stats.
Okay, I'm going stats, and you're going horseshoe. You're just
week 18 for the division. Throw all that stuff out.
No, I get that. 100%. This game's going to be one of the games.
I think Minshew's playing well out there. He's doing good in Indy. I think he wins this game.
All right, so then this is another opportunity for you to come back. Now, there's 2 games here that we all 3 of us agree on. The Falcons and the Saints. Once again, playoff indications on this game too. This is sad. This is sad when you're
got to go with the Saints.
This is a sad game here, playing for playoffs.
I'm going Saints at home.
I am too.
Yeah, Saints at home. I definitely.
I agree.
They play well at home. They got a better defense than the Falcons, a little bit better weapons. So I like the Saints at home.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Got an emergency. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's emergency, guys. I'm still staying on, but it says you are under extreme severe forecast for the next 2 days. 48 hours severe weather.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
You're getting bombarded.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want picks.
And you can keep it.
Video.
Yeah, it's possible up to 20 inches of snow in the next 2 days for me.
Oh, man.
I think Eddie's smoking crack.
What do you say? Eddie, no, see that Eddie. That's why Eddie's my boy. See, Eddie's my boy. 37-17. Eddie, I agree with you 100%. This is it right here. This is it. I'm telling you.
What about the other one?
Eddie, you ain't my boy anymore. You ain't my boy anymore. Because you know what? Everybody called me on crack. But you know what? I can say
Eddie, you're not my boy anymore.
I'm just joking, Eddie. I'm just joking.
Eddie, he loves you 1 minute and hates you the next.
But you know what? I can actually see that because the Falcons, okay, what's his name? Blank. What is the coach out there? Blank. He's playing for. He knows his ass is out of here, right? He knows his ass is on Black Monday. He's going to be the first coach gone. We know that, right? With the Falcons. What better way to say, you know what? I'm going to play my ass off. I'm going to put this out there, something you ain't seen. Hell, I might put a triple back option, halfback pass to the quarterback, what we call the Trojan, something like that. You never know. I can see this. I can see this.
Something about Taysom Hill I'm a fan of. I don't know what it is. I like the kid.
And see, that's another thing. Dennis Allen, what kind of coach is he for the Saints? I don't like him. I don't like
He's
Dennis
right.
Allen. I don't. I agree with you. I agree with you, Eddie. I don't like him either. I agree with that 100%. And Michael Thomas, my God, where has he been since?
Yeah, he's been absent, that's for sure.
And I understand he's had injuries. I understand that he missed the whole season, had the next season. But after Drew Brees left, Michael Thomas led the league in NFL catches, 2 years, like 110, 120 back-to-back years. And this year he can't even get on the field, basically, or get balls thrown to him or looks. So, yeah. And this is the thing. Bijan Robinson is going to have a big game if they use him correctly. Pitts,
he could.
London.
He
if
could.
they use the team right.
If they use him right.
Well, they have a triplet. You think about that. Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Drake Leonard, wide receiver.
I was going to say they have Drake. Yeah, Drake, yeah.
But you know what? When you got an idiot head coach that doesn't call right plays for
that's
you,
the problem.
You're stuck.
That's why the Saints win the game.
Yeah. Yep. But you know what? No, I'm thinking, you know what? Every idiot coach is a glamour once a season. This is Blank's opportunity right here. That's why I'm going. But I'm going Saints anyway. I'm going Saints too. Screw it.
Okay.
All right, let's go to here. A team that lost the position last week due to the referees. The Detroit Lions are going to be they're going to be guaranteed.
I'm disappointed in Minnesota. That's why I picked Detroit. I just am.
I think Detroit's going to kick their ass.
I keep thinking Minnesota is going to turn it around, and they don't. I don't get it.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I give credit to the Detroit Lions. They've wrapped up the 3 seed. Okay, they have the 3 seed locked up. They can't go higher. They can't go lower. Here's the thing. I respect Dan Campbell 100%. Even going for 2 last week, I'll carry that on this week. I give him all the kudos because he's starting every one of his damn players this week. There's a reason. There's a reason.
He has the division locked up. I don't understand.
It's what, Dave? It's to me. It can go 2 things. I understand
that it's like when we play the Patriots. It's not the Patriots, but if we didn't play the last week in the season in the 07 season, probably the Patriots in the Super Bowl gotten there.
To me, it's 2 things. It's momentum. I understand you can risk injury. I get that for every team. I get that.
Stafford is starting.
But when you're going to be playing a game next week, you don't want to sit because you're coming off of a loss. I understand a loss.
I meant golf. Sorry.
But you want to carry momentum into the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Whatever didn't work for this season, you want to go back to that, and say like, okay, we thought this play would work. Let's go back to there. Let's re-kink that play there. And I do it when I'm up 30 points. I go back to a play from last week and say, shit, why didn't this work? You know what? We retweak that. Let's do it again. If it works, It works. Put it in the playbook. I give so much credit to Dan Campbell because this is why teams play for him. The players play for this guy. He'll run through a brick wall before you run through it. That's what I love as his coach. I do. I really do.
You love Dan Campbell's energy is what you do.
I do. I mean, it all starts with your coaching staff. Like Dave 2 years ago with the Cowboys on the Hard Knocks. Remember that thing we talked about, mojo? If you have mojo for a coach, it falls down to your players. They buy into
I see you're picking Minnesota, and I've been going with the Minnesota train for the last 3 or 4 weeks. They're just like disappointing me every time I turn around.
Eddie, I can see that, but I'm just going to say
I don't get it. What is with Minnesota? What is with Minnesota? They have a good coach. I know their quarterback's down, but I don't get it.
I'll say 2 words to Eddie real quick. Nick Mullins.
When we have Justin Jefferson, you have a shot.
But you have Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
That's. Dave, I think we could play QB better than that.
I think Nick Mullins puts up. I mean, he does.
He sucks.
See, I'm not going there.
He sucks. He blows.
He blows.
I don't think he's as bad as you guys say. I just don't. I don't think he's that bad.
He blows.
The kid can play. He's just. I mean, he makes mistakes, but he can play.
You're in the NFL. You can play, I guess. But you know what? Compared to all the other backups and the backups of the backups of the backups are starting this week, Nick Mullins is at the bottom of the list. He's at the bottom of the list.
Never know what Detroit team shows up. That's true, but I think
that is true. They are up and down, but I mean, right now, if you can't get it together in a week, basically what we had really called 18 right now.
That running back for Detroit's good, though. He runs hard.
Yep.
Oh, I love both their running backs. I love Gibbs more.
I think Gibbs is a stud. Gibbs is good.
Dave, last year, I argued so much about getting Gibbs in that first round at 27. I said, let's go get Gibbs. Why not?
He runs hard. Yeah. And I love their tight end with Porta. I think he's really good too.
All right, let's go into another game. Dan, I'm going against the grain here. You guys are on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am taking the Tennessee Titans because both teams have a shot. Jags win, they're in.
Titans are falling.
They're still playing for a playoff spot, Dave.
Yeah, Titans?
The Titans are, yeah.
Dave, there's 3 teams in this division right now that are still playing for playoff spots.
I thought the Titans were done.
Yep.
Nope, they're still in. They need help. They win and they need help.
I was going to say they need a lot of help to get in, though.
But hey, you win the game. You win the game. That's all you can do. You can't hold a lady luck on the outside. You got to control your own game, right? Yep. So I think they win this game. But I'm scared with Levis, the quarterback here. I don't believe it. And the other thing is too. I always talk about audition. I said on to Steve Loffman on his show about Black Monday. I think Mike Vrabel might be on the hot seat for coaching. So this may be his chance.
Mike Vrabel's going to play his starters, that's for sure. Because
both teams are going to play starters. Both teams are going to play starters.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't. I think Jacksonville's a better team, but it depends on Henry too. I mean,
but here's the thing. I'll go real quick. Tennessee has a defense. They play their defense. They play good defense under Vrabel. I give them that.
They do.
They play some solid. They play Buffalo. They play them strong. They play tough teams strong. Here's the things. But the Jaguars, with a banged-up Trevor Lawrence Sunshine, they don't look the same. They got to rely on Etienne most of the running that ball, okay?
Mm-hmm.
To me, defense can win this game. If they can put Sunshine in a position where he has to run the ball to beat him, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to take the Titans defense here. I think they play well at home. The defense wins this game. I got to go Titans. That's the reason why I'm going.
Okay, go Titans. I like Jacksonville.
Eddie's back. My boy's back. He says, I think I have the Titans. Eddie's my boy. See, that's why Eddie's
now he loves you, Eddie.
Yep.
I think T-Law is banged up, but I think he'll play better than he did the previous
T-Law is banged up,
weeks.
yeah.
So I think he'll have just enough a close win, like 20-17.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I think it will be a close game, but hell, even the banged up Trevor Lawrence is better than CJ
He's
Beathard.
going to be better this week than he was last week, I think.
Well, he's a lot better than CJ Beathard. We'll give him that, right?
He's also probably
CJ McLaurin, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Titans here, of course. I'm going to go Titans here. All right, we're going to go this week. Now, Dave, I don't know what the hell you're smoking on this one. You're living on last week. You're going Cardinals versus the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm going Seattle.
Dave, you got.
Hey, last week, you picked Pittsburgh over Seattle, so I'm going to go Arizona.
Dave, you definitely need a crack test, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyler played good on Sunday, man. He impressed me, so I got to stick with Kyler.
Oh man! All right.
He did play well, but I think Seattle is a better defense than the Eagles.
This is true.
I think so too. I think Seattle. You know what? The way Geno looked last week, it wasn't the greatest game that he played. And once again, I mean, I was listening.
Stuck with Locke after
that's the thing, Dan. Exactly what I was going to say. That I listened to a show this morning in Seattle. I was just listening to it on radio, chimed in for like 10 minutes. The first thing that I heard when I clicked on there, if what's his name, Geno Smith has a bad game, we should have started Drew Lock. Why did we pay Geno Smith all this money with the weapons he has? Drew Lock comes in, wins the game against the 7-point favorite Eagles. We want Drew Lock. Why do we pay him this money? Well, we know if Geno doesn't win this week, let's move Lock in there. Let's give Geno out of here. Let's boot him out of here. I think this is a game where Geno puts up numbers to say, you know what, I am the answer. I'm sorry. I got banged up. I think this is where Seattle turns it, even though they're really not playing for anything right now. They're not. I think this is a game where Seattle comes out and routs a division opponent.
I think Arizona coming off that huge. Arizona coming off a big win against the Eagles last week. I think that they're going to just keep that momentum going, and they're going to beat Seattle. I can see that.
Well, they are playing everybody. Both teams are arguably they're playing anybody. I was looking at the roster this morning.
Oh no, but Arizona's done, right? They didn't make the playoffs, right?
Oh hell no!
Oh no, they're not. They're not playoff bound. No,
got something to play for, and Arizona doesn't. I think
Arizona playing spoiler.
That's another reason I'm taking Seattle. I think Seattle's just a better team overall on both sides of the ball.
The only thing Seattle is playing for is really they're not playing for playoff position here, jockeying for that. What they're playing for is for draft picks, and I don't think you win this game, you're only going to drop one game to the next level. You know what I mean? In NFL draft picks, the Cardinals here, they're in the top 3 for picks. You know what I mean? They're there. They can't really move up anymore because
they can't go anywhere. They're stuck where they are.
The Commanders are locked in. The Patriots are locked in. The Cardinals, I believe, are 4 sitting there. They can't go up or down. So both teams are going to play, but I think Seattle has a little bit more, I want to say, respect not to win this game. They have to win this game. They do. I'm going to go there. And he says, how's the Seattle run defense? They've been playing good, but the problem is Dave, I do get your point on this one here. I'll help you out there. James Conner can run on the Seattle defense.
He can all day.
Yep, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Is that going to be enough? I don't know.
I think it can be. I mean, if Kyler does his thing like he did against the Eagles, I don't see why not.
But the other thing is coaching too. You look back at what's his name? Jesus, I'm drawing a blank here.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Thank you.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's a defensive guy. He's looked at that tape last week and says, "Whoa, wait a minute. James Conner ran on this front four for the Eagles. Oh no, I'm putting a Band-Aid where I need to go. You're not going to have James Conner run all over us. You're going to have to beat us with, Tom, Dick, and Harry, your wide receivers that nobody knows about. You know what I mean? That's what I see. Pete Carroll is that defensive guy, so I think they take away Conner. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on here. Wow, let's talk about unanimous. I know Dallas. Well, you know what? Let's talk about this game. Is this a layup? Is this the layup of the week?
You would think so.
I think it's a lock.
Well, Dan,
yeah, I don't see Washington win this game.
We were talking about last night on the show. We were saying that Washington's secondary is like all banged up. So
no pass rush either. I mean, look at what Miami did to them a couple weeks ago.
They have no starting corners playing. They're down to their third and their fourth starting corners. The secondary is down to their third.
It's just a bad matchup for them.
It is.
Bad matchup. On all sides of the ball, it's a bad matchup for them.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb could have a field day, be done by the third quarter or fourth quarter.
And what is Dallas playing for?
They're playing for the division.
The second seed. Not the division, really. The second. I mean, I call it
division and the second seed.
You want that second seed. You have to.
I mean, you win this game, they win the division and the second seed.
They may not win by 14 or 13 and a half, what the spread is, but I think Dallas will win the game by 10 or more.
My word is I'm a little scared for this game. I really am. Thinking about
playing. Is that played?
No, Sam Howell is.
No, Sam Howell's playing.
I would play Brissett, but
I would too.
Yes, I don't understand why they're not doing that either.
I am a little scared of this game because the fact is, it's a division game.
And Dallas, they seem to play up to their competition, Washington.
I mean, Dallas came out the first time, so
Dallas, they seem to play well versus the divisional teams.
And I get that. That's why I'm a little.
That's a good point, Dan. They do.
I'm scared because of the fact that, you know what, Dan, your point exactly. They play to the other team's level is what they do. The games that they should have been blown out. Of course, I don't go back to that first game. That was different with us. But the Eagles, how they played them, superior on the Eagles side. They played up to their potential. The thing is, too, I'm a little scared because of the fact they could throw everything at us. Dallas, if you look at the past history of need to win games, Dallas hasn't played up to their potential level.
Yeah.
That concerns me being a Dallas fan, living up to the Dallas level of play to what we are this year versus what we are going to play. There's that level, and that starts with the head coach because Dave McCarthy, that dude can be a bonehead at times, brother.
At times he can. At times he can.
And this is not one of those games to let anything down. This is, what?
Dallas knows they need the game. Dallas knows what's in front of them. I
get that. But this is one of the games where, those mental
Washington. Yeah, but if you're Washington too, we were talking about this last night. If you're Washington, why would you want to blow the second pick? Doesn't make sense. I mean, you have the second pick in the draft for a reason. Why would you want to blow that?
Well, they can't. They're locked.
Are they locked in that second spot?
They're locked. They're going to be locked.
I didn't think they were locked in it, but okay.
Eddie says I'm a tiny bit concerned as well.
No, because if they're not locked in it because they get the fourth pick if they win the game.
Well, I don't care. I don't care about draft picks. I don't care about that.
I'm just saying for them, why would you want to do that? That makes no sense.
I don't know if they're thinking about that.
So
but
you believe in tanking for a draft pick?
Sure. Okay. Does a win just put another win in, like on Rivera's resume, like Steve said last night? No. What's the point?
I'd go out for a win.
For what reason? What does it do?
As a player, as a coach, there's no way I'm going.
If I'm Ron Rivera's going to get fired either way. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what, Dave. Here, if you're my head coach and I'm playing for you, I'm the starting quarterback, and you come out to me and say,
so if I'm the owner of the Washington Commanders, and I go up to you, I go up to Ron Rivera and say, dude, your job's on the line. You're done. You're gonna go win this game. What's for what? For who? For what?
Okay, here's the deal. What does Ron Rivera call on the team? What does he call?
He calls a good game, but they don't win the game.
What does he call? Offense, defense? What does he call?
What's it matter? Defense. He's a defensive guy.
Okay, if I hear that Ron Rivera says, you know what, fuck it, just play prevent defense. It's first down, play prevent defense. I don't give a fuck what you guys are playing. If I'm listening to my Eric Bieniemy come out there, because I know Eric Bieniemy playing for his job right now, I can tell you that. I'll tell you what, if he's calling a play and if he calls something, I'm like, Sam, let's go. I got you. Let's go. Let's go win this game. Okay. I'm winning the game because I'll tell you what, if one of my players ever, Dave, we wrapped up the season for my team in week 9. We guaranteed the 2 spot in the playoffs for the entire season. A couple of my players were like, Coach, are we sitting? Are we tanking? Just get healthy? Hell no. Go drop 50 on them. I don't play to lose. I will never play to lose ever. A lot of teams look at, real quick. There was a couple people on Twitter today, Eagles fans, saying the Eagles, now listen, hear me out. They were saying that the Eagles gave up the game versus the Cardinals because of the fact they did not want to play San Francisco 49ers in the first round, by seeding. That's bullshit. When you play to duck a team, my thing is you play the best team out there to be the best team that you can be.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
Your theory and somebody else's theory may be totally different. I mean,
I understand that.
If I'm Josh Harris, the owner, and I'm saying that, I tell Ron Rivera, here's the deal: you're getting fired either way.
If that's me and you tell me that, I'm going like, here, Josh Harris, right here. I play to win. You pay me millions of dollars. I play to win. A mama didn't raise no quitter. I'm going out to win this game. Last game, whatever it is, I know my job's on the line, but I'm going out and win this game. I'm going out and win it. But I get it. I get the both points. But all right, let's move on to the last game here. Dave, you took the Rams here with Carson Wentz starting.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was starting this game, so I picked it. I didn't see that.
You switching it? You switching that
one? Either.
I didn't. Well, I mean, 49ers aren't going to play anybody. Purdy's not going to play.
No, Purdy's out.
McCaffrey's hurt.
So far, McCaffrey's ruled out. Brock Purdy's not starting. Okay, he's not going to start. Also, Carson Wentz is going to be playing. The Niners are going to be starting Sam Darnold this week.
Yeah, and
you switching? You switching that one?
No, I'll stick with the Rams. I will. I'll stick with. Yeah, I just the Rams. Actually, I like.
Well, Dave, I hate to concern you with this.
I mean, I'm not a McVay guy by any stretch. Don't get me wrong.
Dave, I'm going to give you one more chance to switch this because I want to give you something I didn't write down, but I remember on Twitter that I posted on Twitter yesterday.
No, I'm going to stick with the Rams. I just
Cooper Kupp is not playing. Kyron Williams is not playing.
Really?
Oh, they're fucked. They're screwed.
They have nobody.
They have nobody. Yeah.
Only player that said that they might throw him out there is going to be Nika Kapua, whatever his name is.
I know Higbee's out too. Higbee's out too, right?
Yeah, they're starting quarterback, they're starting wide receiver.
Tyler Higbee's out too.
Oh, I didn't even look at him. All I see was the major names.
Tight end.
Cooper, Kyron Williams, and Stafford's out this week.
The 49ers are going to win 30-6, even with Darnold.
I'll stick with Wentz.
Even without
I'll give you that option.
I'll stick with Wentz. I will.
Okay. All right. Respect that. Yeah, this game is like.
I mean, that's my original pick. I can't change it.
This game is like a locked-in position. It's like get healthy, get ready for the playoffs. The Niners, I can see sitting because they got the first round bye. What better way to get CMC, on the shelf? Let him heal up. So I get that. But I still think the Niners. Man, Kittle's playing.
The Niners with Darnold are still good. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I think so. Eddie says Darnold will crush Wentz. I agree with that. He's taking San Francisco.
He probably will, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Eddie, on that, but I'm going to stick with Wentz on this one.
Okay. All right, let's go to the last game here of the week here. Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo, man. I like how Buffalo's playing ever since Brady's been promoted to OC here. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Miami. Dude. Tyreek might have some gas and inhalation from that fire he had at his house. So I don't know what's going on down there.
I still think Miami's going to
What's up with Waddle? Is Waddle out or in? Do we know?
I think Miami's going to win at home.
He's in. I
think Miami wins at home too, Dan. I do. That's why I picked them.
There's something to play for too, I think.
Yep.
Division.
Well, this is division game right here. This is division here. This is definitely
but if Buffalo does hear me, guys, hear me out. If Buffalo does lose this game, are they out of the playoff picture?
They need help.
Okay.
They
have to win.
If they win this game, they're locked in automatically with the division. They get that
that's why I like
the division.
Miami.
If they lose, they need help.
4 seed or something.
And I heard Mostert is questionable. Is that correct on that?
Mostert is questionable. They're saying right now on the depth chart, A-Chain might be starting over Mostert due to health conditions right now.
And what's Waddle's story? Is he playing or not?
Waddle is in. All wide receivers.
Waddle is in.
He's in. That's what they said today. He is in.
Okay, so
that's just paperwork. That's paperwork. You know?
Yeah, I get it. No, dude, I don't know. I like Miami in this. I do.
I got to go Buffalo. Eddie says he's going Buffalo. Josh,
Miami's home. I like their chances.
I think they'll be poised to play a better game also this week.
Last
week.
And I'll tell you what. What concerns me with this game here. We know Stephon Diggs is the number 1 wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. The thing is, if you look down at Miami, they've really played a lot of defense ever since what's his name, Jalen Ramsey got hurt and Xavier Rhodes.
Xavier Howard hurt. I know out of the game last week.
Yes, that's the concern too. But the thing is, I think they're going to move Diggs just like we moved CeeDee Lamb in the slot, outside, inside, left, right. Yeah. The thing is with Miami, they don't pass off wide receiver. With Xavier Rhodes hurt a little bit, I think it's going to be a little bit better for the Buffalo Bills. And the other thing is, we know Tua is not going to run that ball. We know that. Josh Allen is that second running back for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And Miami does give up a lot of yardage on the ground between the tackles. And that could be
what's Buffalo's record on the road? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Okay, I'm just asking. I didn't know.
I don't think it's very good.
I don't think it is either. That's why I asked that.
Eddie says still taking Buffalo in an ass whipping of Miami. Woo!
Eddie, I think you're wrong on this one, man.
That's the thing too. Bradley Chubb is out too. I didn't mention that. Yeah,
is Chubb out?
Yeah, Bradley Chubb is out.
It's really dependent on their offense.
Yep. And also Miami lost Jalen Phillips too about 3 or 4 weeks ago with that ACL injury that popped on the field too. So they're down now they're down 2 defensive end starters. So that's a concern too. And this
would be a huge win for the Dolphins though. It really would.
Dolphins are going to be motivated to win this game.
Well, both teams. I mean, I just think Buffalo's got a better chance because Josh Allen, man, 265 basically. Not that size, but that's what he looks like.
I got that, but what's Josh Allen's going to show up?
That's the question.
I don't think this is going to be a game where you want to play a field shootout with Miami. I think this is a game
you don't want to play a shootout.
I think this is a game where you're going to see. Yeah, I think exactly that. I think it's going to be a field possession game here. Time management. We're going to see a lot of cooks out there.
It's going to be a lot of Hill too.
Josh Allen, of course. I want to keep that Miami offense off the field. I'm going to control the sticks, move the sticks, get that time of possession in there because you know what? I can score in 7 minutes.
Miami 3-4 on the road.
Okay.
On the road.
Miami can come in the game and score fast. I know I got to take this game, and you know what? Take it down to small drives. Take what the defense gives you. Josh Allen, go get me 3 yards. Hey, Cook, get me 3 yards. Let's run a little swing out here. Get 3 yards. Yeah. Move the sticks slowly to keep the high-powered offense of Miami off the field. That's why. And the other
if they shut down Cooks though, which they could.
But the other thing is what Dan said. Josh Allen has to control the turnovers, man. Because in big games, what's he do? He throws that ball.
This
is one of the biggest games of his life.
That's what I mean. He throws that ball into bad coverages, makes mistakes, trying to push the ball downfield when he shouldn't do it. Control the game.
They're patient and just plays within plays the game plan and responsible. This should be all right.
Go fish.
I think he's going to throw a couple picks. I think he's going to turn the ball over a couple times.
And I think
Brady's not good at the big games.
I think Brady's learned a lesson. I think he's understand that. He's a smart coach. He coached Joe Burrows down at LSU. Take what they give you. Even though Burrows at LSU lit up the world, Josh Allen can throw the ball too. But take what the defense gives you. Control the game. Time management. Let's just move the sticks. You don't want Miami's on the field because in a shootout, do you think Buffalo can win a shootout 40 plus points? I don't.
Not with Miami. No
way. Not with Miami.
For that.
Nope.
That's what they want.
Gotcha. Eddie says 37-24. Wow, that big. I didn't think it was going to be that big. All right. James Cook can run on Miami like he did against Dallas. That's the thing, especially with the 2 defensive ends out there. He's a downfield runner, north and south. But if he can get off tackle with a Bradley Chubb out of the game, or Jalen Phillips out of the game, I think he could have a big game too. I really do.
We'll see.
Also, Josh Allen doesn't have bad games against Miami. That's true in the past.
Well, he's due.
The past Miami hasn't been as good.
Allen loves beating on Miami. I hopefully he does. Foster says always a first for everything, Eddie. Uh-oh. That's true too. That's true
It's
too.
true.
I mean,
Yep.
what I love about this is a
Uh-huh.
meaningful game. This is a meaningful game right here. This is what I love about this last.
Oh,
week.
sure. I mean, it's both
It's
teams
all
are
coming
playing
together.
for
It's all
something.
coming together.
That's the best part about it.
All right, it is time. It is time. All games count 2 points this week. Also, Dan, since you're in last place and you need a miracle, you need an Arizona Cardinal miracle or a Detroit Lions referee. Dallas Cowboys shit here. I'm going to give you first pick, and I am going to give you your lock of the week for ×3. What are you taking this week, Dan? Is your lock of the week 9-point, Steve? Dan, right here, 9 points for this game. Dan, you're muted. Oh, there you go.
My lock of the week is going to be. I'm going to take
Washington over the Commanders. Is that what he said?
no.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take
Dan, if you take that, I will
the
concede.
Bucks. The Bucks.
Who? What?
The Bucks. The Bucks.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Oh my God, Tampa Bay. Oh, God, Tampa
over
Bay.
Carolina.
Tampa Bay over the 2-99 Arizona. I mean, what's his name? Carolina Panthers. God.
He needs the 9 points.
He does. He does need that. Dan, I was going to say, if you took the Cardinals, I would concede victory and give you the trophy right away. If you took either the Cardinals or the Redskins, or the Commanders, I'll give you the win. No? Dan, you're muted. Dan, you're muted. Dan, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
There you go.
Ask again. I'm sorry.
No, you were muted. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
No, I know.
Huh?
He knows.
No, what did you say? Say it again.
I said if you take the Commanders or the Cardinals, I will concede victory and I will give you the trophy for this year.
No. No, I'm not doing that.
All right, so you got Tampa Bay for a 9-point swing here victory over the Carolina Panthers. Your lock of the week, right? Okay, Dave, what is your lock of the week? You cannot take the same game.
Why would I do that?
Who knows?
My lock of the week.
Dave is going New York Giants over the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm on the verge of 2 games. I'm on the verge of 2 games that I'm really considering. My lock of the week, absolutely. I'm taking the New York Giants over the Philadelphia Eagles. That was my lock of the week.
Really?
Yep.
New York over Philadelphia. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It was either that or Dallas over Washington, and I kind of wanted to stay away from that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Giants over the Eagles.
Okay. I'll give you my lock of the week in a second here. Let's go over some of the comments. Eddie says my lock of the week. Eddie, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. That's what I was actually thinking right there.
Eddie, if you're wrong, I'm coming back on you on that one, buddy.
The lock of the week is Buffalo being in Miami's ass, and he put the Miami's ass in there too. He didn't say Miami.
He did.
Miami's
He said Miami's ass.
Eileen checks in. Exact. I did see this. On TikTok yesterday, where at his house fire, Tyreek Hill was in a walking boot yesterday. I did see that. See that too.
As a precaution.
I think it
He
is.
was in a walking boot yesterday. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he had a walking boot. I believe it was on his.
Didn't he have an injury like a couple of weeks ago? Was it?
Yeah, he was in a walking boot a few weeks ago. Too.
Yeah, it was something from like that. That looked like that horse collar that was a no call on the sidelines. That's what's been injured since. But Eileen is correct. He was in a walking boot at the house fire. I seen that on TikTok yesterday as well. All right. Let's see. No Waddle then too. I thought Waddle was in. They said he was playing. I'm not sure. I'll look at that again.
No, it's only Thursday. I mean,
yeah,
we'll see.
Foster says my lock is the Bears over. See, I like how these guys are thinking because I took the same my 2 that I wrote down here. Hi, Eileen. I like how she wrote. Hey, Eileen.
Hi, Eileen.
That's all right. I like that. Okay, here's my lock of the week. I got 3 games really that I'm kind of debating.
Yeah, I was debating too.
All right. For some reason, man, Pittsburgh has got me thinking about them again. Baltimore's not playing for anything. Pittsburgh's playing for a little seeding with help too. God, can't take Tampa Bay. Cincinnati, I'm not okay on. I like how Foster said the Bears here. I like Justin Fields. They're locked in where they're at with the 1-10. They can't really do anything. Justin Fields should be playing. He's auditioning as well. Oh, God. Tennessee's playing in a do or die game. Buffalo's playing a
It's tough
game.
week 18. It's tough. It is.
You know what? I'll give you a two game lock of the week. If I don't get both of them wrong, Dan, I get no points. Very simple. Okay.
You get negative points.
You're right. You're right. If you lose, you're getting you guys are getting positive. I'm getting freaking negative here. Now, here's my question, Dan. If I take a 2-game parlay and I miss one of them, do I minus 18 or do I minus 9?
I'm just saying this have to be minus.
No, if you missed your lock, you minus that. But am I going to lose? If I do 2-game, I'll help you. If I go 2-game parlay, do I minus 18 or do I minus 9?
Minus 9.
Minus 9? Okay.
9.
Here's my 2-game parlay. I am going Buffalo Bills over the Dolphins, okay?
Okay.
Also, I am going Chicago Bears over the Packers.
Wow.
Those are my 2 locks, minus 9 right there.
You might get 1 out of 2 right.
Dave, listen to me. Do you know who I am? I picked the Pittsburgh Steelers last week.
I think Green Bay rolls.
Listen, I took the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. Okay, who's called that? Okay,
because Green Bay is on fire right now.
I agree. But this is my lock of the week here. This is my lock of the week. All right.
Okay.
Eddie says the Titans game too. That's the other game I was thinking about too. The Titans. I like the Titans game as well.
Mm-hmm.
We got some conversation here. Foster's Happy New Year. We'll get to the comments here. Yeah, other ones. I agree with that one too. Those were my 4 games that I really looked at as well. The Bears need to do the right thing. Here's the thing: keep Fields. Thank you. See, this is why Eddie and I. This is why I argue. Eddie, you heard me. I don't know if you heard me say it. Here's the deal: keep Justin Fields number 1. It may sound stupid. You never take a wide receiver number 1. Go out and get the best player in the NFL draft, Marvin Harrison Jr. Come back later and get the offensive tackle from Penn State or Notre Dame, Joe All. Go out and get him at 10 if he's there. If not, you know what? Best player available. If he suits your system, if not, move back in the draft and get some more capital for that year or the next year, because you're not going to win a Super Bowl off this year's draft. You're not going to do it. Very simple.
No.
Eddie, you're a smart man, brother. I tell you that. You are smart. You are smart. And Foster says, yes, right back at you. Happy New Year, everyone. Foster, you too. Thank you for checking in.
Happy New Year, Foster. Thank you for checking in, man. We appreciate it.
And Foster says, Eddie, thumbs up, brother. And I give you the thumbs up too.
There you go.
For your great instinct tonight, because great minds think alike. You see, you and I are okay, Eddie. We think alike, brother. You know what I mean? Not like these guys. That's why, Eddie, we're in first place. You're with me, brother. You're sitting right next to me. And we're going to hold that trophy up. We're going to hold that.
Dude, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
He's heard it. He's heard this for 18 weeks all season. So yes, he's heard.
Yeah, poor dude. Yeah. I've only got 2. So.
Right. All right, guys, ready to get out here one more time, real quick. Dave, when are you on again?
I am on. You can catch me. I want to say Saturday at 11 for the Atomic Drop podcast.
All right, and Danny, where are you going to be at again, brother?
Oh, sorry.
We'll be on Sunday mornings at 11:30 on the
11:30 a.m. Big Blue Power Hour.
Big Blue Power Hour.
But real quick before we get out of here, guys, we got to pay homage to our sponsors out there. First day of the new year for us here on the sponsorship, monkeycocoffee.com, the evolution flavor infused coffee, bourbon, chocolate chip, toasted coconut rum, Samaritan blend, the newest flavor, organic, Puerto Rico, Florida. Also, they have a new flavor. I got to do that banner out there tonight.
I'll knock my water over.
I'm not going to knock it over, Dan, I promise. Promo code OTBS Sports, monkeycocoffee.com. Make sure you use that promo code. Get some swag, t-shirts, coffee cups, whatever you want, they have it. Make sure you use that promo code OTBS Sports at monkeycocoffee.com. Last but not least, guys, listen, give my man a call, Jason 5, 1-800-HURT-123, attorney Big Al, motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims, 3 convenient locations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey, versus Philadelphia, 1628 JFK Boulevard, my neck of the woods, Pittsburgh, PA, 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. Also, the Garden State, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 3 greens were laid out there. Make sure you give them a call, 1-800-HURT-123. And guys, make sure you mention out of the box, no recovery, no fee, guaranteed rate 33%. And until the end of the month here, through the NFL season, for all you Philadelphia fans, if you call and you live in Philadelphia, we got a special rate for you, 30%. Just mention the 215 boys, the NFL Weekly Pickem Show, out of the box sent you because you're an Eagle fan. It's called fraudulation. You've been lied to. They're not a football team. They suck. They lied to you. You're having mental distress right there. Make sure you mention that, and we'll take care of you as well. So, guys, make sure you reach out to Jason 5, 1-800-HURT-123. And you know what? I'm a Cowboys fan, and I look out for all you Eagles fans out there. See, I do my justice. Okay, very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Real quick before you get to the comments here, real quick. Trade for the haul, not the tackle. Wow. Okay. Trade for the haul, not the tackle. So you, real quick, Foster, you want to trade a 10th pick and move down a little bit out of there? The 3 tech out of Illinois. I'm not even what 3 tech. What guy's out of Illinois right now?
Foster's all over that.
He is definitely. Foster, we got next week. Tune in to Wednesday Night College Football Frenzy, man. Since you're all about that college.
Yeah, watch the Frenzy. It's a good show.
Foster, stay safe, everyone. Hey, Foster, you as well. Hope you had a great New Year and stay safe for the New Year, brother. Eddie says, Foster, that would be ideal, but if they keep the first pick, I know, I agree. You have to take Harrison. You got to get that weapon.
Marvin's that's a done deal.
I'm with you, but if I can get pick 3, well, I understand. Okay. My Bears show on tonight. Catch the Raiders tomorrow. My Bears show on tonight. Catch the Raiders show on this network. My Bears show on tonight. You do a Bears show?
He does a Bears show.
Send me the link. Send me the link, Foster. Paul Spencer, send me the link. I'll check it out, brother. Definitely will. All right. The Pats try to move up to number 1. Eddie, I thought they were locked in at 2. I thought they were locked in.
No, I think Washington's locked in at 2.
Or Washington's 2. I think it's whatever it is. I think they're
not going to move up for 1 spot.
No, I don't think they will.
We'll stay at 2.
No.
Jets about to move up to number 1 for the QB. But God, do you take another quarterback in this draft? Honestly, I'm at the Bears Country podcast. I'm gonna check that out, Foster. What time's it on, brother? Podcast, Bears Country podcast. I'll definitely check it out. All right, cool.
All right, guys. I have to get going. I have to go pick up my daughter. So.
All right, Dave. We'll wrap to you, brother.
It's been fun. Thanks, guys, for having me on the show. I'm having a great time.
I know.
See you guys next week.
That's fan. Okay.
And I will see you guys next week.
Yes. All right, brother.
All right.
I will be here. I will be here Wednesday.
Later,
definitely 8 o'clock, Foster. 8 o'clock. College Football Frenzy. Marvin Harrison Jr. Yes, I'm in Media Relations Manager. Okay, great. All right, brother. I will check that show out tonight. Appreciate it. 8 p.m. Central. So that's what 9 p.m. our time, right, Dan? 8 p.m. Central is 9 o'clock Eastern. Dan, you're muted.
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right, Dan, you ready to get out of here, brother?
Yep.
All right, my name is Paul Spencer. That is Dan Connor, and also Dave Yarnell joining us. We'll be back next week, final week of the regular season. We'll see how we did heading into the playoffs. So until then, guys, have a great week, and we'll see you then. Stay tuned. Make sure you always subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Have a great week.
Take care, everybody.
Later.